Hey guys, Comic Uno. Today I'm doing Daredevil issue 8, so let's see what's going on with this comic. Let's talk about the cover first. I like the cover just because this is part 2 of the Daredevil and Spider-Man crossover, and that's what it shows. We get to see Daredevil and Spider-Man on the cover, and I thought the art was really nicely drawn, and I enjoyed the cover. So let's see what's going on in the issue though. So in this issue, we got to see the continuation of what happened in the last issue, which was in the Amazing Spider-Man series, and we got to see Daredevil and Spider-Man and Black Cat are in this tunnel, and Black Cat is hurting Spider-Man. Daredevil's like, maybe she did do this crime, and really, I guess she was just saying, "Oh no, I didn't do the crime. I just want to get you guys' attention." So they have to figure out who actually did do this crime. So they are trying, really Black Cat and Daredevil are trying to find out who did the crime. And they find out the person who made the invention did the crime to try to get their invention for more money, and he could get more money out of the deal than Horizon Labs getting more money. So Daredevil and Black Cat, they get the invention, and that was pretty much the end of the issue. They get the invention back, and they find out who did it. And also, there's a little bit of chemistry with Daredevil and Black Cat in this issue. And we also find out, I guess, for more of the Daredevil fans than the Spider-Man fans who came for the crossover, we find out for the next issue a little bit of a cliffhanger that Matt Murdock's father is not in his grave. So we don't know what's going on with that. And I think for Daredevil fans who are going to continue for issue 9, is going to have a really great cliffhanger. I'm just going to start by saying that I picked up this crossover for Spider-Man, and because I'm a big Spider-Man fan, I wanted to continue the story, see what happened next. And this issue I thought was a solid issue. It wasn't the best, just because really, like I said, I expected more of a crossover with Spider-Man and Daredevil, not a crossover with Black Cat and Daredevil. So I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get to see a lot of Spider-Man in this issue, and that's the reason I picked up this issue. And I wanted to see how Daredevil was, because I've been hearing such great things about this series. And I thought this issue really showed how good this series is. Maybe I'll pick up in trade. I don't know if I'll pick up the next issue, just because I'm not the biggest Daredevil fan. But I actually do think this is a pretty good series and leaves off with a great cliffhanger. It gets me interested to see what's going to happen in issue 9. And I think that's one of the points of this crossover, was to show me Spider-Man fans to get interested into Daredevil, and Daredevil fans to get interested in Amazing Spider-Man series. And I think for some people it might have worked. For someone who wanted to read Daredevil, like I did want to read Daredevil, they tried it out, and really they had an excuse to try out this series. And I think I'm gonna pick this up in trade. I might, just to see how the story continues in here, see maybe issue 1, 2, 3, and just see how good this series is. Because from this issue, the writing was very well written, story was really good, and the art I really liked too. It's just very this is of course I get the advertisement to show you guys the art, but I thought the art was just really good, and I love the coloring of it, and much better than the art from Amazing Spider-Man series from this crossover, because they used different art for the Amazing Spider-Man crossover, and his eyes were very slanted, and they always were like shut for Spider-Man, but in this we get to see the regular eyes for Amazing Spider-Man. So definitely I thought this art was pretty good, and I think the chemistry between Black Cat and Daredevil made more sense in this issue, because in the issue with Amazing Spider-Man we saw part 1, we got to see a little chemistry between Spider-Man and Black Cat, and I just thought it wasn't the right time, because Spider-Man did just break up with Carly, and really, I think it was a good time for Daredevil and Black Cat. I thought it was great timing, great chemistry, so they did a really good job with the Black Cat and Matt Murdock thing. Hopefully we get to see Black Cat in this series a little bit more, not just in this cliffhanger, this crossover. So I say solid 4, just because me as a Spider-Man fan wanted to see a little bit more Spider-Man. But for you Daredevil fans, you might enjoy this issue even more. And the only thing bad about this is if you Daredevil fans didn't read part 1, it might be a little confusing for you guys, because again, part 1 was an Amazing Spider-Man, not in Daredevil, and I don't know if they really explained that it was an Amazing Spider-Man. So I don't know, for you Daredevil fans just picking up issue 8, thinking it's continuing from issue 7, it might be a little confusing for you guys. But for me, from picking up part 1, I thought it was a pretty solid issue, and maybe I will pick up Daredevil again one day because I think the series is pretty good, and now I know why people are really loving this series because it's going back to like really the basics of what Daredevil was, and you know the whole Shadowland thing is forgotten now. So definitely, I say pick this issue up, and I give it 4 stars. And if you didn't pick up part 1, then you might not want to pick up this issue, but pick up part 1 and part 2, and then you might want to pick up this story, especially if you like Black Cat because she was in this series, in this crossover a lot, especially in this issue. So I say pick this issue up. I thought it was a pretty solid issue. And also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter in the description below. There'll be a link for that. And I'll just have comic book news, comic book reviews I'll be doing, topic video stuff. And don't forget to follow my other Twitter for my other channel on YouTube, The Rand Situations. In the description below, there'll be a link for that also. They'll just have video news about what's going on with that channel. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I say pick this up. I give it 4 stars. And this was Comic Uno. Bye, guys.